Tantriks are Hindus, Maulvis are Muslims. Hindus are not Muslims and Indian Muslims are not Hindus. Of course, they are ancestral Hindus, but that doesn't really matter anymore. For Indian media, though Tantriks are Hindus, Maulvis are Hindus. And there is a special breed of people called Islamic Tantriks. But Muslims are Hindus for the media just as long as they are criminals. Sounds confusing, right? Let me declutter it for you and the media as well. Hi and welcome. This is TFI English, the national socio-political analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I'm your host Tribhuvan, and if you haven't subscribed to the TFI English channel yet, please hit the subscribe button and also click on the bell icon to receive all the recent updates. Coming back to the story, in this video I will explain the difference between a Tantrik and a Maulvi. Let's begin. Are Maulvis and Tantriks same? Absolutely not. Any person with a functional cerebrum and basic comprehension abilities will say that the two are anything but similar. Yet, Indian mainstream media thinks both of them to be the same. Perhaps mainstream media is carrying forward the mantle of secularism by likening a Maulvi with a Tantrik. On umpteen occasions, when Maulvis commit crimes, the media conveniently hides their identity and labels them as Tantriks instead. This is not done in isolation. It is done to whitewash the crimes of Islamists and their clergy. The media couldn't care less if Hindus are damned. Without an iota of shame, Maulvis are turned into Tantriks, and the ancient Hindu occult and esoteric tradition of Tantra is defamed. Here are some instances. Last year, a Muslim occult practitioner named Muhammad Firoz and his assistant Muhammad Hanif were arrested from Uttar Pradesh, Barabanki for getting a man to kill his daughter. Times Now, Dainik Jagran, Amar Ujala and other outlets reported him to be a Tantrik, which is a Hindu reference. In Uttar Pradesh's Hussainabad last year, Lucknow police arrested a man named Muhammad Nasir, as known as Baba, for rape. The Times of India called him a Tantrik in their headlines. In May, a Muslim Maulvi and occult practitioner named Aslam Faizi was arrested for raping a woman in Chhattisgarh's Bilaspur. The media shamelessly called him a Tantrik and even used the image of a Hindu sadhu to represent him. Most recently, a Kala Ilm Maulvi from Nepal, who happens to be living in India, was arrested for duping people in Bijnor. His name is Islamuddin. Guess what the Times of India called him? That's right, a Tantrik. The media does not know that Maulvis and Tantriks are different. Their practices, beliefs and habits, they are all starkly different. Therefore, it is beyond brazen for Indian media to continuously liken the two, or portray Islamic occult practitioners as Maulvis as similar to Hindu practitioners of Tantric Vidya. A Maulvi occult practitioner and Maulvi can quite literally be identified by their name. They will not have Hindu names. Maulvis will always have an Arabic name because they all believe they are genetic Arabs, even though that is a blatant lie. It is not for the media to portray them as Hindu. Their ancestors were all Hindus, but that in no way can be an excuse for Tantriks to be defamed. Tantriks by and large are not criminals. They are introverts not wanting to do much with the world. So the media just needs to get off their backs. Unlike Maulvis, Islamic scholars and clerics, Tantriks do not roam around freely. They cannot be seen engaging with random people. Furthermore, they do not have mustache-less beard, and neither are their pants above their ankles. Maulvis and Islamic occult practitioners, on the other hand, are more worldly attached. They have a distinguished sense of fashion, making them easily recognizable. They will also speak in Urdu. Maulvis, Maulanas and the kinds are generally philosophers who will begin talking about the essence of Islam at the drop of a hat. On the other hand, Tantriks never openly talk about their expertise, spiritual persuasions or experiences. What I'm trying to say is very simple. Tantriks are Hindus and Maulvis are Muslims. The media needs to understand the difference between the two and stop referring to Islamic occult practitioners as Tantriks. They are fooling nobody. Instead, the media is simply widening the rift between the two communities. Hindus do not feel nice being blamed for the crimes of Muslims, and yet this is exactly what the media does. This must stop before things take an ugly turn.